What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another MLB High Five video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're going to love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section down below to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Yesterday was another amazing day. We are treating August the same way we treated July. Damn near swept all of July. Now we're already pretty much dominating August as well. It's looking like it's going to be another fantastic month of MLB, and it's perfect timing too because we're able to stack up leading into this NFL season. I think this NFL season is going to be gigantic as well. I cannot wait. Greenlightdfs.com to join the squad. If you haven't yet, then you are missing out completely. MLB is literally, we have been absolutely destroying baseball this season. Like, incredibly consistent, probably more consistent than we've ever been on any sport ever since we started Greenlight DFS. So we've been locked in on MLB. It has been fantastic. So make sure you join in on that. GLD breaks for the baseball cards and stuff like that. If you're interested in collecting in baseball and stuff like that, getting involved in breaks is the best way to get a chance at big time cards for a cheap price. And then greenlightbets.com to join the squad for the game bets. If you're in a state that can bet on games, make sure you slide over there. Anyways, not going to keep up too much of your time. You guys know how I like to do it, man. Let's just keep smashing. Yesterday we cashed again. The Greenlight Optimizer gave down almost takedowns. Fanduel we almost got a takedown on as well. So it was a fantastic night overall last night. So let's go ahead and get it. Wait till the end for the home run predictions as always. Let's get it. Starting off at pitching. Max Scherzer, I'm leaning towards Scherzer just because I haven't really needed the money, and Logan Gilbert. So Max Scherzer's going against Philly. Philly is not an amazing matchup, but at the end of the day, Scherzer by far and away is just a fantastic option on this slate, man. I mean, 29% K rate versus lefties, 37% K rate versus righties. He has a fantastic offense with the Dodgers backing him to give him some run support. I just think Max Scherzer is a fantastic option here, and because I haven't struggled too much with having the money, I figure why not get the best pitcher on this slate, and it's got to be Max Scherzer in my opinion. So Max Scherzer is a fantastic option. Logan Gilbert is my next guy I really, really like, man. At the end of the day, Texas strikes out almost 25% of the time versus righties. They don't hit them hard with only a collective 120 ISO versus righties. I mean, plain and simple, they don't hit right handed pitching very well at all. Seattle is a gigantic favorite in this game. Logan Gilbert's been consistent. He's gotten 16s in both times against Texas. He's at home in Seattle, which is more of a pitcher-friendly ballpark. He's got a solid K rate, 25% versus lefties, 31% versus righties. You can't ask for much more. And in a matchup against Texas, yes, Logan Gilbert's fantastic. So Scherzer and Gilbert have been the two pitcher pairings that I really, really love. I wouldn't fault you for Carlos Carrasco against a very watered-down Washington offense. I love him as well. But outside of that, yeah, those are my three guys I really love. I'm not interested in Nola too much outside of maybe GPP because nobody will be going that route. But that's why he's projected where he is on the Greenlight Optimizer because it's GPP based. It's trying to take advantage of low ownership on guys who also have solid K rates who could possibly have decent games. So Aaron Nola's up there. Carrasco is so cash games. It's Scherzer, Carrasco, and Gilbert as my core pitching wise. All right. I really do like Carrasco at 8K. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I really do. All right, hitting wise, starting off at first base, I really like Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso really sticks out to me here in this one against Washington. I really like this spot against Espino. Espino gives up one of the big time problems with Espino is he gives up a lot of power to right-handed bats, and you don't want to be somebody who gives up a lot of power and then have to face Pete Alonso, who has a 269 ISO versus righties, crushes righties, and to top everything off, the wind's blowing out to left at 8 miles per hour. And on top of that, Washington's bullpen is near the bottom in the league versus right-handed bats. So even once Espino gets slugged, the whole bullpen can get it. All right, plain and simple. This entire Washington bullpen can get it. So Pete Alonso in a fantastic spot, only 4-2 with his type of upside. I think Alonso's in a fantastic spot. Not so cheap, but could easily double dong in this matchup. Aaron Judge going against lefty Lynch. Lynch gives it up to righties. Aaron Judge versus lefties is just ridiculous. 294 ISO, 436 WOBA. So even if he doesn't hit the ball out of the park, a lot of times he gets on base here. Plain and simple. He has over a 310 batting average, 436 WOBA, 294 ISO versus left-handed pitching. To top it off, guys, he is a right-handed power bat with the wind blowing out to left at 12 miles per hour. Okay? So it's a fantastic spot. Kansas City is a fairly hitter-friendly ballpark. So Aaron Judge, fantastic position here. Wind blowing out that heavily to left for a right-handed power hitter who dominates lefties. Aaron Judge has double down potential today, and I wanted to make sure I get him in the core because I love him. Another guy I hope slides under the radar, but Toscar Hernandez. Toronto in general, I hope slides under the radar because I really love a lot of Toronto bats, man. I mean, look at Marcus Semien, only 4.4 righty-lefty. All right, Toscar Hernandez under 4K. George Springer only 4.6. Toronto really sticks out to me as a stack that could really be amazing for GPPs, especially if they're going to end up being low owned. I like them in cash or GPP. If you want to, like plain and simple, it's just Toronto. The spot for them against Suarez is amazing. Now Suarez is a guy that at times can come out and just strike a ton of guys out. But at the end of the day, this LA bullpen is bottom-ish in the league versus right-handed bats. Plain and simple, it's just a fantastic spot. Toscar Hernandez, 270 ISO against lefties. He's got the righty-lefty matchup. He's only 3.9, and he has found a lot of success against Suarez in a small sample size. So Max Scherzer, Logan Gilbert, Pete Alonso, Aaron Judge, and Toscar Hernandez are the best options on this slate, in my opinion, as a good starting core for your lineups. Obviously, as the day goes on, things might change, so make sure you keep updated with that. Greenlightdfs.com is where the final look ends up going. So definitely love these spots for all these guys, and it's a good starting point for the slate today for sure. On a 15-day game slate, there's so many different options, so many different ways to go. So, yeah, I just want to make it clear that core of bats, Alonso, Aaron Judge, and Toscar Hernandez are my favorite core bats that I'll probably have a good amount of exposure to. Toscar, I'm hoping, will be low-ish owned. I'm hoping that Toronto in general ends up low-ish owned because this lefty they're facing gives a lot of power up to righties, and it could be a big day for these Toronto guys, especially with their price coming down. All right, so I really like Toronto. All right, pitching over on FanDuel. Carrasco, I mean, damn, 7.9 over here against Washington, man. That Washington offense is not good. Logan Gilbert at 8.9. I mean, there's multiple ways that you could go over here. Carrasco's really yelling at me at 7.9. That's ridiculous. That seems way too cheap in my opinion. The optimizer also agrees with that. So Carlos Carrasco is a fantastic position. Let me look and see real quick if he's expected to be on any type of pitch count. I'm not. See, that's the only question mark with Carrasco is he going to get a full pitch count? Because the last couple starts, he's only pitched 4 innings, so I'm gonna wait on that. I'm gonna do some more research on Carrasco. But yeah, if his pitch count's gonna go back up to around the 6 inning range, then yeah, you definitely want it. If it's gonna stay around him only pitching 4 innings, it might not be worth it. Could he still get a decent amount of fantasy points in 4 innings against this watered down Washington offense? 100%. But either way, I'm gonna lean Logan Gilbert because Max Scherzer's expensive as hell. Which obviously most of the time over on FanDuel we're going to get some really good pricing on bats, so normally you don't have to worry too much about it. And could I end up locking in Scherzer? Probably. I mean, there's a good chance of it. But just to give you guys plenty of room to play with, I'm going to go Logan Gilbert. But I want to make it known that Scherzer's completely fine, especially if we get a ton of very good price bats in the order today. All right, so let's see. Let's check our guys first and foremost. Aaron Judge over here is 4.3, so he's definitely priced up more. Pete Alonso is only 3.8. That feels pretty good. I like Pete Alonso at that price. How much are our guys? Toscar Hernandez, where is that? Hold on. Is this not on the slate over here? Let me see. All right, so Toronto's not on this main slate on FanDuel. Okay, so we're not going to have Toronto over here, unfortunately. Eloy Jimenez is once again popping hard on the optimizer. The optimizer was right 100% yesterday on this call. I'm going to trust it again here in this matchup. I love the spot for him once again. And then Nelson Cruz. I mean, the type of power that he possesses here at only 3.6 feels like a great spot for him. Let me look into that matchup a little bit more. Nelson Cruz is going against the lefty, Eduardo Rodriguez. Anytime Nelson Cruz is against the lefty, it's a good time to play him. I'm going to take the shot on Nelson Cruz to have a big day. But I mean, you can go a bunch of different ways here, man. There's a lot of different options that you could go. Kyle Tucker's a great option. Robbie Grossman on the optimizer, as you can see, Will Myers really pops hard at 2.6. Let me take a look at Will Myers real quick. Will Myers with the righty lefty against Garrett. That is a solid spot for him. He's 4K over on DraftKings, whereas he's only 2.6 over here. You know what? I love that value. I agree with the optimizer 100%. So I'm going to go Will Myers there. So we got Logan Gilbert as the pitcher, and then Eloy Jimenez, Will Myers being probably the best point per dollar bat on FanDuel as of right now, and then Pete Alonso as the core on FanDuel. Now, let's do our home run predictions, ladies and gentlemen. Let me pull my home run calls up for you. Obviously, Pete Alonso, Aaron Judge, Toscar Hernandez in the high five. I expect them all to hit home runs. So those are the first three that I want to mention. Outside of those three, let's see. Those are my main guys. Outside of those three, let me see who else I'm liking. Let me try to get like a value one if I can. A value home run call. All right, so Aaron Judge, Pete Alonso, Toscar Hernandez, and let's see. All right. Value. Rowdy Tellez at 2.6 could end up being fantastic. Matt Olson, fantastic option, and Christian Yelich. Let's go Christian Yelich for sure. I think Yelich gets him one on the second game of this doubleheader. So Aaron Judge, Toscar Hernandez, Pete Alonso, Rowdy Tellez, and Yelich. All right. Those are the core five. Rowdy Tellez is the value home run call of the day at 2.6. Really, really like him as long as he's in the lineup. He's not in the game that's already started for their doubleheader, the early game. He's not in that one, so I'm expecting him to play in the next one. Same thing with Yelich. So both of those guys are in fantastic spots, and I do love Milwaukee today in Wrigley. So as long as the weather's good, keep an eye on weather and all that stuff as normal, y'all. But as long as the weather's good, everything should be fine. All right. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Let's kill it once again. Greenlightdfs.com to join the squad for the DFS. Greenlightbets.com to join the squad for game bets. If you're in a state that you can bet on games, stop sleeping on betting on games. It's just an extra way to add on some money. And then GLDbreaks.com is the website. We have a whole bunch of boxes on the site over there. Grab you a box, get you an opportunity to get you some of these guys that you're collecting or start collecting in general. So I'll be live once again to break boxes at 7 p.m. Central. Peace out, y'all. Have a good night.